Sometimes you just can't make the crap up. The new Netflix docuseries, The Real Bling Ring, Hollywood Heist, gives us a behind the scenes look at the teens that decided to rob movie stars and then flaunt what they stole. First there was the reality series, then came a Hollywood movie, but the truth about the Bling Ring burglaries has never been told until now. 10 years after the notorious heists, the culprits have served their jail time and are coming forward to tell the real story between the Hollywood Hills home invasions that captured the attention of the nation. Alright, so if you care about Munchies, stick around to the end of this as I will be telling you about a few new snacks that I've come across. This docuseries is presented so much like a reality TV series, and that, right off the bat, may be a huge turnoff for watching a documentary. We get dueling interviews from the culprits, Nick Pergo and Alexis Neers. Now, the interview format has them retelling the accounts of how these heists came about. And this is weird to watch. Not only do we have fourth wall breaking narration from both of them, the actual interviews are snarky and filled with hubristic bravado. I like that the story is laid out in pretty much a linear format, giving us the details in chronological order. Now, this series is 3 episodes that are each a little more than 45 minutes, and the episodes do give us a ton of background information on both Nick and Alexis, providing some insight into their mindsets and their family life, which then help to influence their motivations. I don't think there's a woe is me justification in this. I mean, at least for the most part. Nick is actually very forthright and almost proud of what he did. I never got the sense that he saw his actions as wrong. Now, there is mild remorse for getting caught, but other than that, I don't see remorse. In addition to Nick and Alexis, we get interviews from Alexis' sister and her mom. And whoa, that mom is something else. I mean, she also comes across like a reality TV character, which makes sense as we go through this series because of her background in the entertainment industry. Now, while she's not a relatable or really even sympathetic interview subject, she is aggravatingly funny to watch. Now, we also get interviews from a reality TV showrunner and a producer. Now, I wanted more screen time with them because of just how hilarious they are with their commentary. I mean, they're real and jaded, but that emotion comes across in ways that made me laugh out loud with just how matter-of-fact they were. Now, one thing that also makes this feel very much like a reality TV production is that when we get some establishing background on locations or other information, the experts, and I really am using air quotes sarcastically here, I mean, these experts talk to us in a conversational and direct manner, speaking to us rather than describing something like a narration typically would happen. I mean, it's oddly effective, but it's weird too. There's also a good deal of news footage as well as surveillance video footage that just highlight the crimes as they were happening. Now, it's amazing that they were able to be so successful for so long because while they worked to obscure their appearances, they also would wear the exact same clothing that they would wear around their families and friends, making them somewhat more recognizable. And there's also a fair amount of terrible decisions that are highlighted in this. And these are separate from the actual burglaries. Now, Nick makes some legal decisions based on appearances rather than skill, and that is such a fun train wreck to watch. I mean, just constantly shaking my head in disbelief that this was not some made-up fictional account. I am impressed, though, at the criminal ingenuity that Nick employed in order to choose his victims. Now, the documentary highlights how social media made it very easy to profile potential marks and then to ensure that they almost never got caught in the act. And if for no other reason, this is a singularly important bit of information for everybody to take note of, especially when we live in a society that typically documents every moment of our lives in real time. Now, there's a lot of psychology that comes into play in the mindsets of Nick and then to a much lesser degree Alexis. And while some of that I think is mildly addressed, I would have loved to watch a segment that takes the time to assess and then address what could continuously drive these people's needs to pursue these behaviors. Now, normally 3 episodes that are almost an hour long each, they might border on being too long. But in this series, I found myself sucked into the storytelling. And I blame the reality TV presentation format. I was still informed, but more so, I was drawn to the human train wrecks who were recounting just unbelievable behavior, and then to watch their semi-justification of their actions, with then very little remorse. I mean, these aren't the worst of humanity or society, but they're also not the best. But they are great at providing a visual that's very captivating. Now, I don't think there's anything new that is going to be uncovered if you're familiar with this case, but as somebody who barely knew anything about this, and then I also haven't seen that Emma Watson movie that was based on the case, I just went into this fairly unknowing, and I left with a good grasp of what went down. Now, this style of presentation chooses entertainment over information, but that's not to say that a great deal of info isn't presented for us. It's just not in the way that we're typically shown in a documentary. The dramatizations are fairly engaging, especially because we are hearing the accounts told to us directly by the perpetrators. And the cautionary tale is also very important and still very relevant for today, showcasing why it's probably a better idea to use social media to highlight what you did rather than what you're going to be doing. There's no sex, maybe some very brief nudity, a lot of profanity, and no violence. Now, as a reminder, I don't give couch ratings to documentaries, but if you're looking for a very entertaining documentary that's presented in a way that we just typically don't see, I recommend checking out The Real Bling Ring, Hollywood Heist on Netflix. So are you familiar with this case? What do you think of the reality TV type of presentation within a documentary? Does that work for you or no? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so now I have a couple of munchies that I wanted to tell you about, and they're all pretty different. Now, I've got some churro twists, some scorching barbecue Pringles, and then some stuffed puff big bites. First up, I'm going to go off with the Pringles. They're scorching barbecue flavored. Now, I've already opened these just for ease. I used to love the buffalo ones. Not they had some weird buffalo kind that also has like this blue cheese with it or something like that. I don't know, do that or ranch or something. I don't know. But Pringles, unfortunately, discontinued that type. So I have these, the scorching ones. They're not very scorching. There is a little bit of heat there. I mean, it begins just a little bit. It's mild. So if you like mild hot, then this is okay. Excuse me, kind of like maybe a jalapeno, a little bit there. Nothing too hot, nothing too bad. Halfway decent. So if you're looking for Pringles, you like some things that are mildly hot, maybe a little bit of barbecue-y also, you might want to give these a try. Honestly, I don't even know if I've tried these before and talked about it. Maybe I already have. Who knows? But here you go. If I haven't, hey, something new. All right, up next, and this is probably terrible audio, these are churro twists. Now, I think we got these at Sam's Club, and they're just sold in these big bags. But if you've ever been to Taco Bell, now, I know pretty much everybody outside of the United States, they may not know exactly what Taco Bell is, unless you've seen Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, because every restaurant then is Taco Bell. But anyway, they have these things called cinnamon twists, and that's basically, these are called churro twists. I guess maybe Taco Bell has cinnamon twists trademarked or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's light, fluffy, popped type of thing, puffed maybe better, crunchy. I know I just ate a barbecue chip before this, but this has a kind of a weird taste to it. Not awesome, but not absolutely terrible either. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to sit here and watch me eat a bunch of them. Maybe you do. Maybe more is better. Maybe it takes a little bit. Because that one was just kind of bland. It didn't taste sweet. It didn't taste really cinnamony, which I'm thankful for because I don't like cinnamon very much. But a little better there. On the whole, just okay. I'm not sure I would buy a big bag like this again. Or even a small bag again. But if you've got these, if you like, cinnamon twists at Taco Bell and you want a bigger bag for probably less money overall, not too bad of an investment. Otherwise, there's probably some better cinnamony-ish type of things that you can go with. All right, last up are some stuffed puff big bites. Now, this is weird because I don't like marshmallows, but I do like cake batter. And I like confetti and stuff like that type. So this is kind of weird. It's a birthday cake flavored. Basically what it is a rainbow sprinkled coated marshmallow with then cake flavoring filling. So I'll give you a check. It smells like Play-Doh. That's not encouraging. You can see these are the big marshmallows. Definitely filled with or covered with a lot of colored sprinkles there. Let's just, I'll bite one in half just so we can see where the cake filling is. It's like a reverse Twinkie, except the outside is not soft. It's really chewy, like a stale marshmallow. It's not bad. It's very sweet and very rich. Like I can feel my blood sugar beginning to rise a little bit. I don't know where we got these. Could have been Walmart. Could have been some grocery store. Could have been online. I don't really know. If you like marshmallows, if you like cake batter, if you like going into diabetic shock, these, totally worth it. Totally good to go. I can't eat anymore though, and I can't. No, I'm gonna die. Oh, thanks so much for sticking around. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me. And I apologize for chewing while I was speaking. That was just weird and gross. Oh, good, but not good all at the same time.